give to you our table topics evaluator, Mr. Matt Bounds.
I've got the task of trying to read my writing. So tonight we had introducing table topics was Linda. Nice confident approach up to the platform. Yeah, you look pretty cool. I think.
I'm very hot.
Well, you just look like you knew what you were doing, so that's good. I think perhaps you're supposed to ask the questions first, and then, but I don't think that's too much. And a great choice of topics. First speaker was Paul. The question was, if you could stop time for an hour, what would you do? And you gave a nice meditative answer. Came up here very calmly. Nice, good, quick thinking response. I think perhaps I would have elaborated. I've just read the same book, so I probably would have elaborated a bit more on what Eckhart Tolle talks about. But it was a very nice, confident presentation. That was good. Gary, what would you be? What would you be the best at? Again, always a very quick thinking response from you. Always very entertaining. You're a terrible liar. You actually are a very good vaudeville actor, but I don't think that's really your main life. But I always love you all. Whatever you do, you always, whether it's an off-the-cuff thing or a talk, you're always very, very entertaining. Next we have Carlotta. If you could go back 20 years, what would you change? Again, everyone was tonight gave very good responses. I thought there was very little hesitation. Again, you came up here nice and calmly. You had a great response. You took us through a nice selection of things that you change. One point for improvement, perhaps. I noticed you spent a lot of time looking at the table topics master, so perhaps could directed your attention more towards the audience. But overall, very nice talk. Then we have John. What makes you laugh? Expert delivery. I've seen you talk about 3 or 4 times, and I've always noticed how you tell a really great story, and it just keeps going on, and you keep wanting to listen, you keep wanting to hear what the next word's going to be. Perhaps one point for improvement. I noticed at the end, you, rather than sort of giving a sort of considered ending, you trailed off a little bit. Perhaps I would have expected a bit more of an ending from such an experienced speaker. But overall, a very energetic, entertaining talk, so thank you for that. Then we had Keith talking about, George talking about Zulus and what he would do. Brilliantly entertaining opening. It was pure physical entertainment. It just came up here, and I thought it was going to be a talk without talking for a moment there. Just sort of acted it out. Yeah, it was excellent. Very vaudevillian.
I enjoyed it.
No points for improvement, really. Another great storyteller. I always enjoy your talks and acts as well. Finally, we had James with the most embarrassing moment in his life. I like the way you came up here, you took your time, quite a difficult one to talk about, the most embarrassing moment in life. By definition, you don't really want to tell anybody about it. But I like the way you came up here and just took your time and introduced it, and coming up here slowly and taking the time sort of added to the tension of the talk, I thought. One point for improvement, I noticed it's one of your typical gestures when you come up here. You always button up. So I would suggest that next time you give a talk, leave your jacket off. It looks like a nervous action, so I suggest you wouldn't do that. But overall, a great talk. Now, there's one other point. Your great use of the floor. Actually, you came out the front and you kept everyone's attention with your physical movement. So, well, that's it for me.